My name is Daniel J.J. Vasquez, the Plastic Crown, and I currently work at Metamorph Tattoo Studios in Chicago, Illinois. So I started tattooing at a young age, probably about when I was 16. And all that interest for tattooing came out of music. I was always into hardcore and metal, and always going to shows, and somehow I had always been drawing. My parents are artists. My art was always really dark. So somehow seeing all these artists that and music that I followed kind of got me interested in it. At first I started tattooing at the house. Of course my parents wouldn't let me tattoo, and I was probably too young, so we were just kids and didn't think about it. So I just built my own tattoo machine with a toothbrush, and I found my aunt's syringes. She used to be a nurse, so I found all these syringes that I would attach to my sketchy ass machine and fucking just blast all my homies. And damn, that was wrong. Yeah, when I turned 17, I convinced one of my friends to just give me a sketchy ass machine out of eBay and scratching out the house. I basically learned to tattoo out of El Queros. He does his sick neo-traditional and sick color work. You guys should just definitely check out his work. And yeah, I basically learned how to color pack, how he does, and even grab the machine. We could grab it in a really peculiar way, where we use our whole arm instead of using your wrist to tattoo. When you get into tattooing, you have to forget everything you sort of knew. I used to draw how I tattoo right now, all this black work, everything sketched and really creepy. But when you get into tattooing, it's not that easy. You just can't go crazy. So you sort of have to unlearn what you know. So I started getting into traditional and neo-trad. It's probably the easier way to get into tattooing, just because it's all bold lines and flat color, no tones. So yeah, I rocked that style for a while. It was hard because I was working with such good artists that I sort of struggled at first, because no one really wanted to get my work. My boss was really good at traditional, my mentor was really good in new school and neo-traditional, and then we also had San Pedro Sanchez. He does sick realism. So at the end of the day, I was stuck trying to struggle with my traditional, which was also not too innovative. So I started really getting into lettering. That was basically all what I was doing. I was still sort of the apprentice at the shop, so I would have to do whatever none of the other dudes wanted to do. So I would just suck that up and try to convince people, and fit my own style in there, to be able to come up with new stuff and be a little creative, which was a little hard at first. I got into black work when I met my homie Trasho. He had been doing black work for a while, and he would never let me tattoo him in color. So every time I would try and do something on him, he would always be a little bitch and try hey, no colors. So yeah, I did the first black work piece on him, and actually turned out pretty cool. I basically just used a 3-liner to shade everything. One of the other artists saw the piece I did in Trasho, and he's damn dude, I want one of those. So I got to trade with Insert. I got a Reaper, and I did also a black work skull on him. And I started to get real into it. It was easy, you could texture with the 3-liner and get a lot of detail in it. And somehow that way of tattooing reminded me of how I was drawing when I was an emo kid back in the day, all this, I could bring up all this detail and all this texture, and it opened a total new world for me in tattooing. Also, when I started tattooing, there's a phase in your art where you get really not frustrated, but creatively a little blocked in the sense that you're always stuck doing the same thing. You're always like, when you do traditional, it's kind of hard. I mean, or that's how I feel to be creative. I remember when I was a kid, I was like just sit down and draw, and I would do like, I don't know, fucking a head floating with some random ass plants growing out of his face, and a dagger pulling out of his mouth, spitting blood everywhere. You know, it was like you could go crazy, just do whatever the fuck you wanted. But once I got into tattooing, I felt like my creativity kind of got blocked, and was just doing roses and anchors and, you know, swallows and daggers, like really close. And there was like a phase probably in my tattooing where I felt I wasn't creative and I was losing that creativity that I used to have when I was a kid. So starting to do black work and texturing opened a total new world and brought me back to those days where I could just do whatever, you know, just be creative, go crazy, do split faces, you know, anything that comes up to your mind, basically. It's so easy to detail. You know? I used to do black work, but now I'm doing all these color fades on my tattoos. So I would consider myself a dark artist in the sense that all my drawings and my tattoos come from you know, a dark background, sort of inspiration in the occult, and a little bit of emotion of myself. You know, we'll have that like little dark spot inside our hearts, and every time I draw, I try to like, how do I call it? I try to put all my emotion into my drawings. When I'm working with my style, it has happened a lot lately. I've been lucky that lots of my clients give me freedom in my designs. And I don't know, somehow when people give you that freedom and that chance to be creative, you somehow like put more into it, you know? And there's a little mixture of their own concepts and also of my own emotion. And I feel like my tattoos, even though they're dark and creepy looking, they have like a really emotional sense to them. And they're like, I would say, melancholic. It's like somewhere between sad, kind of emo, I would say. I do emo tattooing. I moved to Chicago like about a year ago now, and currently I'm just guest spotting and traveling and trying to see the world a little bit and meeting new artists. So for the coming years, I'll probably sort of be homeless and try. I'm trying to come up with a big gathering of artists so we could like just travel all around the place and guest spot different shops, meet new people, and grow with our artworks and just spread the word, you know, and hopefully keep doing what we love and keep doing our own art, which is, you know, nowadays what we're looking for and what we live for.